Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. We got some smelting set up, and everything's looking pretty good. I'm happy. We're making ammo. We're making tons of transport belt. We've got iron. We've got copper. I think, I mentioned I think I was going to start working on the bus, but actually what I want to do this episode first is I want to get some stone smelting up. Just to go ahead and get it going, get it out of the way. But I also want to do a little bit of, I never do paths, hardly ever do paths. But I think they look really nice, and they're completely and totally impractical, and that's what this series is about. No, they do have a good practical use. You do have a faster running speed, and in the beginning at least, before you get things like automobiles and exoskeletons, you do spend a lot of time just running along. So the paths do help. So I wanna go ahead and get started on those, and to do that, we're going to need a little bit of stone smelting. Now I'm a little bit concerned because that's our stone patch right there. That little tiny thing right there. And now I'm sure there's probably some somewhere else. But right now we only have 29K. So I'm not going to go too crazy on the stone paths. But I want to go ahead and get some out. And plus get some stuff reserved. Let's see. We do not have any inserters. We are going to need... We're going to need a lot. So we'll go ahead and get those working, and while that's getting working, let's see, can we make some miners? We can make 4. That'll probably be good starting out. Probably should go ahead and get those going now, but we're not. I think doing like a setup where, let's see, how wide is a miner? Is it 3 transport belts? 1, 2, 3, yes. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if those were our miners, we would bring up the stuff like this, bring it together like that, and our stone would come out like this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and bring this up. Hey, look at that. Lines right up beautifully. All right, while we're waiting on stuff to go, we can go ahead and get some of this stuff set up. We're going to need power poles. Like that. Good. All right, and we can go ahead and start putting our inserters down. I get to zoom it in really close here, especially on the when it's dark out. I don't know. I feel like that combats the lighting situation a little bit, makes things a little bit easier to see. All right, that's as far as we can get with that. Let's see, how many are we going to need? 1, 2, 3, we need just 8 more? That's not very many. Okay, we'll be there really soon. All right, well, we actually made just about enough. So that is just about right. We are working on miners right now. Let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see, you're going to be something like that, and yeah, this isn't gonna be perfect. We do like that pattern, yes. So let's do this pattern. All right, that'll get all that powered. That gets all that fueled. We have our miners now. Let's go down here and go ahead and get them set up. So we want a miner there, a miner there. We are done with you. But we do want a miner there as well as one right here. All right, we should be able to power those on the outside just like that. And let's see, where is the closest power? Probably make more sense to power those from down there. All right, and that's going to get some stone mining. I want to go ahead and leave this stone in this box right here, and maybe just go ahead and fill it up. That'll be our stone reserve, because we may find ourselves in a situation where we are out of stone, and we can always go to that area right there and get more. All right, it looks like all these guys are almost done. Let's see, let's get a couple of more miners for the coal. A couple of more miners for the copper, just for when that gets going. Did I make those individually? I guess I did. All right, I want to up coal production because we're going to need some of the coal stuff whenever we start working on the bus. Because I want to do something a little different this time with the bus. But even during my normal busings, I always have coal on the bus anyway, so yeah, shouldn't really make a difference. You guys look like you're moving a little bit slow. How is power? Ooh, power's not good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3. What are we missing? We're missing stone for that. Okay, so yeah, like this situation right here, we do need some emergency stone. Let's grab this little box right there. Grab you. We're also going to need some regular pipe, as well as some of you guys. And let's get down here to power, and we will do some upgrades here. Not really upgrades, I guess. It's more just like scaling up. All right, looks like these are going to take a while, so let's get down here and just start working on some of the other things. Power poles are going to have to come across. Right there. All right, now that the steam engines are done, everything else should build just a ton faster. All right, you're going to be there, you're going to be there, you're going to be there, and you're going to be there. And grab our pipe and our inserters. All right, and that has increased our power quite a bit. Let's go ahead and put a couple more miners down here, just because it looks like only half of that belt is being used right now. And I do want to get it. Do want to go ahead and get this a little bit more prepped for it. That'll be enough. Maybe. Maybe. I'm sure it will be just fine. All right, you guys have stalled out a little bit. Why is that? Just because you're backed up. Okay. But it looks like it's not moving. Why is it not moving? We should have our power back, yes. See, now I'm confused. Okay, I guess it's just going slow. Okay, heavy armor's 30. That's quite a thing. I don't know. I guess it's just going to be slow, and Kitch needs to be patient. All right, let's move up here and start thinking a little bit about our bus. All right, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have like a little bit of space right here. And let's see, we're going to have one. See, that's going to start about right there. So we're going to have like a space for a walkway here. And then there's going to be enough room. Put some space here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 spaces. There's going to be 2 lines of steel. But we'll go ahead and make it 4. And then 2 spaces. And then Potentially 4 more lines of iron or something coming in here. And let's just leave a little bit more space. And then 2 more spaces, and we'll have a pathway right there. So there's just a little bit of space in here, like for logistic-y things, to get belts running, things like that. And we'll have a space right here, and on the other side of this is where we'll start our main bus. All right, so this is 2, 3, 4. So this area, this right here, is going to be like the center path that's coming through. And I think this will be the first line of our main bus. And I don't know really how I want to set it up as far as lanes. But okay, so here's what I want to do with the main bus in this playthrough. And what I want to do is only bus the base materials. And what I mean by base materials is I want to have just the base materials, the raw materials coming up the middle of the bus. Things like iron, things like copper, things like coal, stone, and we're not going to go and we're not gonna you know, bust things like chips, like green chips, right? We won't bust those. We'll make those on sites. I want to make, whenever we pull off to make something like red science or green science or something like that, I want to make those just using the base ingredients. And we'll make like a little bit of like a module that goes and creates those, right? So we'll have like a science module that takes in iron and copper, right? And it'll produce gears, of course, and then it'll produce the science packs. That one's pretty easy. But like the green science module, for example, it's going to come in and it's going to take let's see, it'll take in iron and copper as well, the exact same. It's going to create the green chips that it needs to make its inserters, as well as its gears that it needs to make the inserters and the transport belt from the iron. And yeah, we'll just make it like that. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be fun. It's going to be like an exponential kind of thing, but I don't think it's going to be difficult, right? Because we'll make a module. It's going to be like a module for green science, but it's going to be composed of smaller modules. Like when we make the green science, we'll have our module for making green circuits, smaller little things. We'll have a module for making gears, and we can just copy that and grow into these other things. So it's going to be, we're going to have modules, but it's going to be modules made of modules. So we can, I don't know. It seems like fun, and it's something that I want to try. All right, so this is going to go on like this. You are going to be the inside one, so we're going to want to start you like right here. And that's going to be a little bit of an issue due to the way that we have this set up right now, but I think it's something we can overcome. What we can do is just take this out and move it here. And let's see, let's take this power pole and move it out. And yeah, you can just grab stuff that way. All right, heavy armor's done. Let's do walls. And we're going to want to bring this in. Let's see. We do want to preserve our pathway somewhat. Let's see, that's going to be 3, 4. That's going to be our pathway, so we're going to want to start you right here. You're going to go that way. Well, I don't know what we can use this middle lane for if we're going to have a pathway coming in right here. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know what we're going to use that for. We'll find something, I'm sure. But yeah, just as it stands, that's not going to work with our plans for our pathway. I guess what we could do is start it out a little bit further, but that's going to mess up everything and it's going to make it look funky. What we could not do, what we could do is just not have a pathway here. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll just let it go. Actually, I'll go ahead and start it. We'll get it kind of buffered up a little bit and see how it goes. But no, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so let's think. We're gonna need one for like iron. You know what? Okay, yeah, no, I know exactly what this middle one's gonna be for. All right, yeah, I know what it's gonna be for. We're gonna have one for copper. We're gonna need one for things like stone brick. And you know, it's gonna be a matter of just kind of deciding what is a base material. Do we want to, I don't want to do like smelting or anything like that on site for that. So I'm going to consider like stone brick to be like its own thing, as well as just plain stone. That's something we're going to want to put on the bus as well. Coal, definitely something we're going to want to put on there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can't get those. We're going to need a little bit more materials because we need some more splitters. Let's go ahead and get those made while we come down here and just pick up some more stuff. Probably going to need a lot of iron is what we're going to need. All right, and this guy is getting a little bit light already. Let's go ahead and grab this transport belt, which we have a ton of. Might want to grab ammo too. Let's go ahead and get a couple of turrets built. Because we do want to defend what we're making over here. All right, so I think what I want to do is like, let's filter coal to the right, and let's do the same over here, but filter it to the left. All right, this line will continue on. You to come on and you to come on. Okay, we're taking 2 under, and we don't want to take 2 under when we can take 1 under. Saving materials here makes a lot of sense. All right, you're going to come together. Actually, why don't you two come together right here? That would make sense. And you go under here. And you join right there. All right, so there's a line of coal, a line of stone, as well as a line of stone brick. And I don't think we're going to need any more than this, as far as that's concerned. Stone, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I think once all this stuff gets backed up, eventually we'll get to the point where stone will come down on the bus. I don't know when that day will be. It may be a little while. I think you may be our... Well, you're not going to be our farthest out. The first 4 are going to be copper. You will actually just be the next one coming in. So, this is going to be that line. All right, before we get too far, what I want to do is just put a turret right here. And probably one down here as well. We got crazy amounts of ammo right now, so I may just we may just leave it 50. Seems good. We doing on turret coverage. Our stone miners are not, they're kind of exposed. We'll build a turret when we get enough materials to do that, and we'll be sure to do that here soon. Hopefully our radar will reveal some stone. That may be a concern. All right, but you guys are going to come in right here. So that's going to be our coal line. That is going to be our stone brick. And this is going to be just our plain stone someday. All right, and I don't know what this third line will be, but I'm sure we'll find something for it. Okay, so copper, and then we're going to need things like just deciding what we want a base material to be, right? So iron, definitely a base material. We want to have a row of that. Copper, definitely a base material. We want that to be there. These three things, base materials. What else is a base material? Something like plastic? Maybe. But we already have coal on the bus. So if we get petroleum on the bus, we can make plastic on site. And if we have petroleum and iron, we can make sulfuric acid, as long as we get water. So, I'm thinking it's going to be that basic. We'll have our fluid bus going down. We'll have our basic materials, and that'll be it. That'll be it, really. I may leave room for a couple of extra lines just because I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. And let's see, you're in the middle. So we have 3 on that side. Let's leave room for 7 lanes. Yeah, so this is our bus. This is going to be our bus, and what I also want to do, as far as our bus is concerned, is to actually build on both sides, which is something. I've got an odd number of these belts, and I don't know why. That's concerning. It's around here somewhere. We just have to find it. Ah, there it is. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. So yeah. Fluids, a couple extra, maybe 2 lines of iron, 2 lines of copper, a space for fluids on the bus, and then we have just a miscellaneous slot right here that I'm sure we'll find something to put on. I want to build on both sides, like I said. Maybe I want to concentrate maybe science on this side, and over on this side I want to concentrate on making just stuff. I want to kind of get away from the mall design that I use, Catherine of Sky's old mall, and since we're going to be doing stuff a little bit modular, where we actually have to make everything before we can make everything, I may want to break it up into, you know, like maybe the transport belt mall and the inserter mall. Break it up into its little different pieces and parts. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But right now, what I want to do is make some lights, as well as make another turret, because I wanted to do that. And we'll go ahead and get some of these lights placed, as well as this last turret place. And I think at that point, we can go ahead and call this an episode. All our ores are backed up, which is really kind of good. Let's see, let's get a light down here. We want nice and lit stone smelting. Just run down here real quick and just check on this. 100, 22, 41. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, once you take the transport belt off of that, it doesn't need to be made nearly as much. All right, I'm not too concerned about lighting some of this temporary stuff. It's going to be going away here soon. But things like power, we can get some lights down here. That would be nice. Let's have to come around to this side. Yeah, you guys are going to be pulled up. We'll probably have a path coming up here eventually. And generally I don't like to light smelting, but we can put some on the outside here. Smelting is its own light. It lights up. And this is just temporary, but some lights would be nice. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, what I want to do is, let's see, can we make science? We can. All right, I think what I want to do in the next episode is just go ahead and get a little bit of a lab setup going and get science up and running. We have the copper, we have the iron, we have everything we need in order to get that started. So I want to go ahead and do that. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.